Hi Gemini, welcome to Sophquest Synergy. My name is Spence and I'm here to do your February wrap-up. We are right in the middle of a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. It is Pisces season, which is the mystical, the esoteric. It is the moon, right? It's the dreaminess. It's a beautiful time. This Mercury retrograde, instead of all the rethinking, reworking, redoing, right, reorganizing, all of that, instead of thinking in the logical, way, this really isn't about thinking that way. This Mercury retrograde is really more about divine inspiration. It's about ideas that come to us from the universe. It's those angel whispers in your ear, right? It's a time for songwriters and playwrights and authors. It's a time for anyone, really, to get really exciting ideas about how to be creative. So it really is a beautiful time, Gemini, and I really hope that you enjoy it, because I know that Mercury is your ruling, and I know that when it's retrograde, you are more than others, besides Virgo, very effective. So it's just one of those things. It's a time where we slow down and we might feel a little dreamier and a little bit more confused. Definitely technology can be a challenge for sure. But Mercury retrograde teaches us so much to slow down, to take a minute, to think about it in a different way, to think about it with your sixth sense. All right, Gemini, I'm going to lay out your tree of life, and then I'm going to pull a couple of wisdom of the oracle for you. Right now for your Tree of Life spread, I am using the Fountain Tarot, one of my go-to soul decks. I just love it. All right, I'm going to pull all the cards for you. I got something on one of my cards. Oh no. That's a bummer. Oh well. Cards are so personal. So it'll just be a smudge. Just smudging my deck. What can I say? All right, Gemini. Well, Gemini, you are thinking deeply about traveling a new direction, seeking, learning. You're seeking understanding about something. So I think you're going back and forth about things because you're really trying to grow. I can see that. And you're doing it in a really beautiful way, a healthy way. But I think that there's stuff that has taken time to heal. And I think you are really, you're there. And I think you're ready to open up again. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful spread. All right, so Gemini, let's pull you two Wisdom of the Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid as well. And we'll jump right in. So, February wrap-up. I hope this Mercury retrograde really blesses you. We are going to have many retrogrades. I think three retrogrades this year, I think. We are having 6 supermoons. Wow. This year. Okay. Let's see. I don't know how many Mercury retrogrades. I'm racking my brain, but it has escaped me. Mercury retrograde. There you have it. Things pop in my head and go right back out. All right. But I've been meditating a lot. I don't know about you, but that's how I like to go through Mercury retrograde, and especially in Pisces. It's perfect. Wow. Okay, when I talked about seeking wisdom and a new way, a new path to growth, boy, oh boy, oh boy, that is definitely what I am seeing you are doing. Okay, so firstly, wisdom of the oracle. I have orphaned and new life, which I also just pulled for Taurus. Orphaned and new life. So yeah, I think that maybe you've had to do some grieving. You've been through some kind of loss. This may not be, literally, if you've been literally orphaned, if you've lost your parents in the last few years. I myself have gone through that. Then I do wish you my deepest sympathy and condolences, and I wish you peace above all. So now Mercury retrograde, I think, is trying to tell you that it is okay to lift your head again and see yourself differently now. You're not an orphan anymore. If you think about yourself that way, you'll feel that way. I can see that you have been feeling that way. But you know that you have a lot more life to live, and you know that you want to be happy, and isn't it funny, but grief kind of works that way, doesn't it? Because it's like one day you're sad, you have a memory and it's sad and you cry, and the next day you have a memory that has you cracking up and you're laughing and feeling happy about it. Grief takes time. So even if it's not the loss of parents, and this orphan card is about fear of abandonment in itself, well, it's time to let go of that way of thinking and realize that every day is a new day, a new chance to wake up and make new choices to live your life differently. So the karmic energy that you're working in right now is the hangman energy. So you're taking your time to really think about it, to think about what's past and what's coming. Your issue here is the Two of Wands, so you've put those two stakes in the ground. You've staked your claim, and you have new prospects in front of you, and you are going forward down a new path. That's positive. And the way it plays out with the Page of Swords is you're seeking a new way of doing something. You're seeking truth, but also enlightenment, inspiration, newness, something new, something that makes you feel a little bit reinvigorated, right? Because you've assessed, the past maybe 7 years with the Seven of Coins. Maybe this is about work, or all the years you've put in, either to a relationship or a job or just your life. And it may not be 7 years. It could be any amount of time, but you've really assessed it, and you're like, I'm really been growing. I've been trying and working hard to grow, and that is the best course of action with this Empress. Know that you are doing well, even if you don't see it yet. You're growing. You really, really are, and the energy is here for you to let it be a little easier. That's what I think this Mercury retrograde is for you in Pisces. It's in your 10th house, so this could be a reboot in your career. This could be a divine inspiration, some new reinvigoration to enjoy the work that you do again, instead of it feeling like such drudgery. You are feeling like you've got a good thing going on that's going to last. You're thinking in terms, of long-term investment, long-term returns. You're thinking in terms of commitment. You're feeling that way, actually. That's your feelings. So you're feeling stable and safe and sound and abundant, especially with that Empress. So you've got your stuff together, but you know that there's something new that you're still seeking, and that's what's actually helping you. So this is in the help. So what I'm seeing here is that if you've got a side hustle, if you've got a second job or an avocation as well as a vocation, that is going to grow. This Empress is looking right at it. Okay? This is what's working for you. So whatever you need to do, whatever you're juggling right now is going to be worth it in the end. For sure. 2 Pentacles to the 10. This was right above it. Taking a new road. You may have to juggle for a while, but you can do it. Because this is how you're feeling about it. You have positive vision. You have you're practicing the law of attraction. I believe so. And you're asking yourself the big questions. What can I do to continue to grow? To not feel like I need so much guidance or care, but to do things that make me feel like more of me. Not my mother's child, my father's child, or, whoever it is that may have in the past left you feeling very alone. It's not the roles, in other words, in life that you're playing. It's who you are in your soul. And that's the new life that you're seeking, is knowing yourself, spreading your wings, and shining from your soul fire. So, taking a new road, you're seeking it, seeking something out. You've done your assessment, you're doing your assessment during Mercury retrograde. You're allowing for divine inspiration to come in, and it's growing you big time. And what you're thinking about is, I'm almost there. You've been on a long hero's journey to let go of that feeling of being alone. It's been a long, hard fought lesson, and you're almost there with this World card. This is the last card of the major arcana. It's accomplishment. It's, ta-da, I made it, woohoo, I finally figured it out, I'm there, I did it. It's a good thing. And you're thinking about that. What you know about yourself, what you've learned about yourself, is that seeking wise counsel, whether it's within yourself, trusting your own intuition, or praying and receiving what it is that you believe you need to do, your life's purpose, your life's work, whatever this Empress is birthing, it comes from a spiritual sense of soul awareness. It's you being in mindfulness. You're in mindfulness. I mean, look at this world next to the Hierophant, next to the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. This is accomplishment. Accomplishment that is internal growth. It's also healing, and it's creativity with that Empress. So what you need to know about yourself is you can turn around now and see the 2 cups behind you. Those 3 cups that spilled, that was a hard time. It made you feel very much alone. You may have actually been in grief, having lost someone. But you know that life goes on. I know that sounds trite, but it's true. You've sought the wisdom. You've done the work. And now you're ready. Mercury retrograde stations direct on the March 9th, and then we'll go, for another 10 days or so, we'll go forward and retrace the steps where it began, in the shadow, right? We have the pre-shadow and the post-shadow of Mercury retrograde. So I think that this is going to be a time where you realize that you're further along than you thought you were. And just because you're having these feelings again, these feelings of sadness and memories, doesn't mean that you haven't moved past them. It just means that now you can look at them and review them with a little bit less despondency and lack of energy, and a little bit more of peace and acceptance and healing. That's your reading, Gemini. I wish you the best. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. Click on that bell. Notifications will come to you if you do. And I am hoping to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so please do if you are enjoying the readings. Thanks so much, and I will see you again in March. Take care. Bye.